our message is clear. We want to close them down. And if you're out there, we have a lock with your name on it.
New York City is cracking down on illegal pot shops and now padlocking them. Tuesday, the New York City Sheriff's Office raided 20 stores across all the boroughs, using new authority that was granted by the state. This latest initiative called Operation Padlock to Protect. This is a video from the raid at an illegal pot shop along Church Street in Lower Manhattan. Sheriff Miranda says illegal mushrooms, illegal cannabis, and illegal cigarettes were found there.
These are all illegal products that are being displayed behind us right now in a corner shop that opened up.
City leaders have pointed to violent crime that has happened near or at unlicensed shops. Plus, many of them operate near schools. Just another reason why city leaders want to shut them down. Police also noted that store owners are becoming a lot more sophisticated with their illegal operations. And when they hear about a raid in the area, they quickly alert other shops.
They'll send a message out, and a number of the shops near us will begin the process of closing down. That's why we have more than one team in operation so that they can hit several locations simultaneously.
When everything breaks at the seams, and you feel like you're losing belief. Damn it, you just gotta stay strong. When it all falls apart and goes wrong. When you feel let down and so lost, and it feels like you can't hold on. Well, damn it, you just gotta stay strong. 'Cause sometimes things go wrong, and one day everything's gone. But you can make it out and move on. So damn it, you just gotta stay strong.
Well, we're going to discuss Operation Padlock in this video. And I'll tell you, I've said it. I keep saying it. This operation is unconstitutional. You know, I've seen some situations out in the Bronx that basically does prove it to that situation, and even here on Staten Island as well. You know, we discussed about the bodega next to the bar that basically they went in there, shut everything down, went through all his food that could spoil, left that all out, allowed to spoil while he was fighting in court to the situation, and then basically was found not guilty. The case was dismissed and left an odor which he had to clean up, which basically penetrated into the business next door, which happened to be a bar. And it turned into really the bar losing money. Is New York City going to pay back that bar owner for all the business he lost? No, of course not. Of course not. And then, of course, we're hearing to the situation of all the money that's disappeared from these store owners, that we've heard stories of this nature, that basically, you know, the sheriff has said, the head sheriff said that, you know, we didn't collect it, the NYPD throwing on there. Then suddenly he found the money. Well, here's the big thing, and this was last week. A judge has thrown a bombshell ruling. That's right. They found this to be unconstitutional. Operation Padlock is unconstitutional. So let's read into this. This is from the Metro at New York Post. Law allowing NYC Padlock hundreds of suspected illegal pot shops ruled unconstitutional by judge in bombshell ruling. A state law that has allowed New York City, it's not really a state law, they just basically just did it on their own to that point, that's allowed padlock hundreds of suspected illegal cannabis shops is unconstitutional, a Queens judge said in the bombshell ruling. Judge Kevin Kerrigan ruled that the mandate, which grants the city sheriff's office authority to keep illicit cannabis sellers shuttered after they've been raided, violates the store's owner's rights to due process. The sheriff's adjudicated power, which leaves the store owners helpless regarding of evidence and administrative court rulings, as examined in the recent Post expose, stands against the cornerstone of American democracy and procedural due process, Kerrigan wrote. The city has used a provision to back its enforcement push Mayor Adams vaunted Operation Padlock to protect, which officials said resulted in more than 1,200 shops being shuttered. There's a hell of a lot more than that. Shop owners are able to appeal their closures in administration courts, but under the law, the sheriff has the final call to determine which rated stores can stay open and must remain closed for up to a year. Similarly, shuttered a business store for 1 year despite the fact that it was exonerated from the allegations of the illegal activity stands against the cornerstone of American democracy and procedural due process, the decision reads. Adams administration spokesman Liz Garcia said the city was examining the ruling and had filed an appeal that afternoon. This decision validates what we've been arguing since the statute was enacted. Mayor Adams, City Council, and the Sheriff have violated due process rights of every store owner that has been shut down by the New York City Sheriff's Office, said Attorney Lance Lazaro. Lazaro, who represents a Cloud Corner store, a Queens shop shut down on the allegations of selling weed without a license last month, predicted the ruling, which calls for his client's store to be reopened, could allow others targeted in Operation Padlock to sue for astronomical damages. The city of New York should be ashamed for allowing this process to happen in the first place, Lazaro said. How would Mayor Adams feel if his due process rights were violated in this pending criminal matter? The Post reported on Sunday that roughly 30% of the cases that the sheriff's office had made a final determination overruling recommendations from the Office of Administration Trials and Hearing that the accused stores will be allowed to reopen. A number of those stores were ruled to be not even containing any cannabis in the store at all, while others ordered to reopen because the sheriff's deputies had either improperly conducted their inspections or they had failed to properly service summons, according to hundreds of the pages of oath hearings examined by the Post. Understand this. What they did was they went in on the guise of inspections. There is a video out there, we'll try to put it up if we can find it again, of a shop owner who they came in on and they said, we need to inspect your back room, we need to inspect your store. And he says, do you have a warrant? And they say, we don't need a warrant to the situation. And what did they do? They arrested him right there and conducted the inspection.
No, yeah, we do, like this stuff, so these days, like someone problem, we try to survive,
We're doing inspection. Okay. Hi, boss.
Hey, brother, hi, bro.
We're gonna do a cigarette.
What is it?
We're gonna do an inspection.
Okay.
You have some license. You have anybody else in the store?
Oh, yeah, for me,
Just you?
yeah, right now I'm listening.
Alright, we're gonna come around the back, okay?
You open the door? Or can I see like court order or something?
I'm gonna leave for
Sure. Yeah, I know, that's the problem,
I'll tell you right now, we'll leave for open the door, please.
So, we need something court order, but
You don't need a quarter. Open the door.
We're gonna hit it one more time.
I'm
You
gonna
have to
yeah, calm down, I know.
No, let's not come down. You have to obey the sheriff. They're telling you we're here for inspection. If you refuse the inspection, you're gonna get arrested for OGA. I'm gonna ask you one more time to open the door nicely.
Okay, so first thing I will not my
No, you're not going to open the door. Just hop over.
No? Bro,
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
this is the fucking direction.
Get out. He goes to jail for that.
Bro, come on, brother. Why do you like this? I don't
Don't be fucking stupid.
Bro, I
Don't be fucking stupid.
Bro, I don't do nothing.
Just open the door, that's it.
Yeah, and we called it multiple times. We said open the
Shut
door.
the fuck up.
Open the door. And you don't want to listen.
Outstanding.
I know, but it's like
Please.
I'm doing nothing wrong, bro.
Okay, so open the door.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be open, but you're not. You got
When a cop tells you to do something, you do it. That's it.
I know, but
what? We explain to you.
That is a violation of the Constitution. You did not have a right to go into that store without evidence to the fact, without a warrant to the fact. You didn't go to a judge. You didn't file a briefing with the district attorney. All you did was you pointed out shops that you thought had cannabis in their stores and went after them. Continuing on, the store at the heart of the Kerrigan's ruling, Cloud Corner, incorporated at ASA 456 Corp., admitted to containing cannabis, but successfully argued at their oath hearing and now in the Queens Supreme Court that the sheriff raid was conducted outside of the business hours, and therefore the inspection could not have concluded that pot was being offered for sale. In fact, I think this is the store that, I'm not certain on this, if this is the store that the guy had it in his own for his own personal use. One of these Queens stores, they were shut down because the guy had 2 little 8-ounce bags. Yeah, 8-ounce bags. Isn't it legal for me to carry it in the city of New York? Isn't it legal? I thought it was. Oath dismissed both summonses and the order shuttered the store, but the sheriff issued a final decision that the shop should be closed for up to a year, citing the listed hours of operation on Google Maps and claiming they discovered dozens of pounds of illicit cannabis product. Well, where's the evidence to that nature? Where is that cannabis right now? I think you've burnt it, which we've seen the videos on there where they've been destroying the product itself. So basically all this evidence, well, at least most of this evidence doesn't exist anymore because it's already been burnt. It's already been destroyed. You're not supposed to destroy evidence until the case is completed, until the allegations have been forthwith and we've gone through a judicial situation, whether he's found guilty or innocent to that nature. You cannot destroy evidence to that nature until it's completed, whether it's cannabis, whether it's the bikes, whether any product on there. This mayor has sat there and has destroyed evidence and should be charged forthwith. Continuing on, the store owner said that the information is automatically generated and was not accurate to the shop's actual hours. That's correct. You know, you're blaming Google. Google is not exact on the hours. I've seen places where basically the hours are wrong, or they said that they're open and they're actually out of business, or they've reopened and basically the hours listed on the Google Maps saying that they're not open at all. So there is a problem on Google in that end. Kerrigan judge agreed that the sheriff had failed to find that the shop was actively selling cannabis. The sheriff's order for the store to remain shuttered could only be characterized as arbitrary and captious, the judge wrote. In the final, arbiter has the authority to confer no weight to the hearing. There is no meaningful opportunity to be heard, reads the decision, which vastly increases the risk of erroneous deprivation and raises a due process concern. Last summer, the same Queens judge ruled in favor of another case brought by Lazaro, arguing that a sealing order must be dismissed if the oath rejected the underlying summons in a cannabis raid. The case is also being appealed by the city's legal department. The decision is contrary to an initial ruling by a federal judge in a class action lawsuit filed by Lazaro, where the judge claimed that there is enough due process and the risk of erroneous deprivation was low. On a federal level, when it's even if there's 8 ounces, the feds are going to go after that. Locally, a state judge will be different to that nature. But the thing about it is, Mayor Eric Adams, the sheriff's department, the sheriff's department is being used as basically an army. Understand. Let me put it this way: I'm against cannabis. I'm even against the cannabis law. It should not have been legalized to begin with. there were plenty of experts who would tell you this was going to happen, that you were going to have a feed of illegal cannabis running amok in New York City. There's been warnings for quite some time. There have been National Geographic documentaries that showed the movements between California into other states of the illegal cannabis trade. There are TV series that have added stories into their storyline. Tulsa King itself. If you know that there's the Ming character who happens to be running a Asian farm with one of the main characters, Thrasher, to the situation, but it's and it was brought up in one of the articles in the TV show that basically the Chinese are trying to take a foothold in the cannabis trade, which they have in real life. Go to Maine, go to California, go to Seattle, go to many places that have cannabis farms. The illegal ones are being run by the CCP. Or at least the cartels out of Mexico as well. This has been happening for quite some time. And meanwhile, they want to shut this down, but they're not going to do the work. That's the problem. They're not going to do the work because they don't have the money to do this. They don't have the money to investigate it properly, to go by the book. They won't include the feds as far as the situation because they're trying to keep it legal. If the feds come in, they're going to arrest the legal ones as well. Think about that. This is why the legitimate cannabis trade cannot put their money in banks, because if they put their money in the banks, the feds are going to seize it. Yeah, that's right. They are. And that was in Tulsa King too. in the first, I think it was the first episode. Yeah, that's right. First episode straight out the bat. You have to understand. You have to follow the law. If you're not going to follow the law, then don't do it at all. See, it's an election year. It's election year. That's why they're doing this. And they're going to continue doing this through next year. Until there's a new mayor in office, or if this particular mayor is removed from City Hall. Remember, he's under investigation under 4 to 5 cases that are running right now. Who knows what more to come of this situation. He says, I did nothing. I'm innocent into the situation, but this has been going on prior to him being declared mayor of New York. Remember that. Remember to that perspective that this has been going on for quite. And you say, well, no, you don't have any proof of that. Sure we do. Sure we do. Of course we do. Remember this, if you didn't see the debate for the elections which Adams was running for at the time, and someone else brought that out. Remember this?
35 uninterrupted years. You know you were not. And so let's be honest about that. So why should we trust you now? You may flee again during a difficult time. I never fled the city. I protected the city. I wore a bulletproof vest for 22 years and protected the children and families of this city. You cannot say anywhere near that.
All right, thank you. Mr. Yank, 15-second response.
Sure. Eric, we all know that you've been investigated for corruption everywhere you've gone. City, state, even Barack Obama's Department of Justice investigated you. You've achieved the rare trifecta of corruption investigations. Is that really what we want in the next mayor? Do you think you're going to enter City Hall and it's going to be different? We all know it's going to be exactly the same. That's why so many people on the stage don't want you to be mayor.
Yeah, that's right. It was brought up during the debate that he was being eyed for by the feds. Not the first time. For him saying, well, it's because I spoke out about the migrant crisis. But it's your boys that are in trouble now that basically have been making money off of it. You gotta love New York politics. You gotta love it because they're so stupid. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts about this. Is the judge right? Is the judge wrong? Basically, did the Adams administration violate constitutional rights of the store owner? Because you got to remember, a lot of these store owners did not have the cannabis that they claim to be. Those videos that you're seeing on there are a rotation of some that were removed, but they continue to use those. Remember that for facts on there. So comment, like, share this video, and hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.